In May 1951, the liberation of Denmark is progressing. We have pushed up towards the river line here, almost, and we are still under incessant assaults by American tank divisions and infantry, as well as under constant bombardment by the Air Force. They have the potential to bring around 4,000 fighters to bear, which is more than what we can support on our side. But the losses that they're taking in terms of bombers are quite significant. That said, it still makes any kind of offensive operations really difficult. Now, we can't really get the First Army troops ready to plan their offensive because they are constantly being attacked. So I think what we'll do is we will, given that the situation has slightly improved on the ground, we will just wait for the Mark I Drakon flame tanks to be swapped out, and then we can start offensive operations, because that will that should increase the maximum speed available from the for these divisions, and make it possible. Apparently we still got some Panzer IVs in here as well. That might be another reason why we have problems. So maybe it wasn't the flame tanks after all. Maybe it was the reason that we had some. Let's investigate this. Maybe it was the fact that maybe it was wrong, and it was the fact that we had some some outdated tanks in here, like these things. Yeah, that's entirely possible. We've been using some Polish equipment, and unfortunately that means we are that means it is slowing us down somewhat. This division, although this division is not using Polish equipment, so they should by all means. Or it could also be the outdated mechanized equipment that drags it down. Okay, so in this case I think we don't have to wait. We'll just go for it, and we'll see what we can do here with what we have available at hand. I'm not going to get the Air Force involved this time, because we're still trying to even just reconstitute our. We're just trying to reconstitute our fighter wings, and. In that regard, we shall proceed once we have a bit of a lull in fighting. The idea is, or the offensive plan as it stands, is for the armored assault to push the divisions out from this place, and then potentially for the Marines to cross the river. And we'll try to follow up with the armor, and we'll see if we can make an encirclement happen here. That would be ideal. So let's see if we can pull that off. And we'll just need to fend off the latest attacks here, and then we will see if we can make an assault of our own happening. Okay, this battle is almost over. The last National Guard division. Okay, so now they're attacking here again, but that's okay. We will be launching the assault with 5 armored divisions and going in here. And we will see, and we will send the Marines are taking off the defense here, and we'll get these 3 assault divisions to join the fight, but it looks like we can only get 2 armored divisions actually on target. Let's widen the front line a little bit, and I think that will get us, that'll get us another division on, and once these should not be involved actually in the defense. I think, yeah, they are. No, they shouldn't be involved in the defense actually. That should be handled by the rest of the Marine divisions here, but we'll see. We'll send the Marines in as well, but ideally I'd like them to be available for pushing across the river if possible. So the idea being that the Marines will follow up the attack. And the same goes here, and we will follow up the attack with the armored division, and we'll see how far we get. I am not, however, 100% certain that we can leave the infantry division and the 2 German divisions here to hold this alone, given the given the relatively hefty counterattacks that we're encouraging. So we're seeing here. So we'll see how this goes. We'll let it run. We can support the assault from Kiel, and we will see if we can make a breakthrough here. Unfortunately, the armored divisions are in multiple combat, which is dividing their attention, and they are taking casualties, unfortunately, as well, as is normal in these instances, due to the heavy air bombardment. But we'll see if we can break through them, and hopefully we'll leave the Marines here for now to hold. I might need. I don't really have anybody. I can possibly temporarily get 2 divisions here. I can probably get these 2 divisions to assist with. To assist. Come on, give me 2 divisions of these. I don't necessarily need 3 in Rostock. Yeah, 2 divisions over there to assist with the defense. And we will see if we can push them out from here. And even if the tank divisions are getting, the initial tank assault gets somewhat defeated, I think we might still be able to push them through just by merit of combat width from the enemy side. So hopefully before they can reinforce, we can manage to get there. And we are getting additional divisions from here to help with the defense. For now, just don't want them to jump back over. Although that would be an option to sort of fall back, but then we'd have more places to defend. Okay, so the first tank divisions are arriving, obviously instantly getting counterattacked. So we will have to defeat the first counterattack, while at the same time still being assaulted from across the riverbank. But now they have to counter across the river, which once we can reinforce, we should be able to hold that once we can reinforce. Now the infantry from Kiel can move up, and we're still well within railway gun range, so that's fine. The question will become: can we push north across the lines here? That'll be the interesting question. We'll see about that. Two of our tank divisions have been pushed back, and I think what is attacking us here still? It's the Americans again with their guards tank divisions, and especially the aerial bombardment that is exhausting us and is making further assaults more difficult. And obviously the Americans, in this case the Japanese, who are leading the charge, are having a significant amount of troops on the other side of that river line. So I'm not too confident that we can actually. We might just have to hold here for now. Yeah, we will hold the operations here for now. We'll hold here for now, and I'm actually going to get the Marine divisions, and that we need to shift some things around here, because these 2 are 1st Army Marines and these 2 are 5th Army Marines, so I need these to join the 1st, and that means we're trading 2 divisions from the 1st into the 6th Army actually. That is fine. They can go on the 6th Army. We just have to make sure they stay where they are. So you 2. Where's the other one? Okay, you are here, so you have to stay there, and this one you have to defend here. Defend here, please. Okay, and that gets me 4 Marine divisions on the 1st. They are going to get their own front line, so let's get rid of this one and get the 2 Marine divisions their own front line here. And your goal is effectively that push. So let's defend for now. We've managed to push them out a little bit, and we have no naval invasions in the meantime. Good. And we'll recover a little bit, dig in, and we'll take this one step at a time. I think we did not have the endurance to push any further, So now we're watching the losses again as the Americans are viciously trying to counterattack us. But now we've got the river line completely under our control, which means that any kind of attacks on the tank positions here no longer get assaulted on even ground, but they actually have to divide their attention now, and we will get the marine divisions up north and let everybody dig in, recover a little bit of their organization while they can, if they can, under the constant bombardments. But this is starting to hurt the Americans in terms of materiel. You can see that some of their divisions are a little under strength, although the guards divisions here are still, I think, reasonably well equipped. Yeah, 80% is not too bad. Still, it is hurting them every time they attack, and the bombardment from the railway gun in the rear is assisting as well. I am going to move the railway gun. Can I move it up? Oh no, I can't move it up further yet. Okay, we'll leave it here first, but we'll move up. We'll move up when we can. For now, everything else is stable. I think the French assaults have actually ceased, which isn't ideal, because that means that they are recovering war support potentially. So once I've got my operative back, they are definitely going to be needed to further decrease the enemy war support. Okay, Marines are moving into position. Everybody else is trying to dig in, while the Americans are now having to attack across the river line every single time they are trying to inflict anything on us, which hopefully lets our divisions recover a little bit from the incessant aerial assault, and weaken them sufficiently that we can eventually push through them. How many do they have? It's not that many, but they have some reserves here. Unfortunately, we don't really have a clear picture of how many divisions are there. But everybody dig in, recover your organization, and then we'll plan the next operation. In the meantime, naval invasion in Finland somewhere? Yeah, please do. We're now set up to actually defeat their naval invasions. We are running a little low on manpower, but I think it's manageable. And the convoy losses, yeah, it's not a British convoy. What are you doing up north here? I'm not sure. We're catching a couple of British convoys in the northern approaches now, so that's neat. And even off Greenland, a couple of more British convoys. I'm not sure if these might just be supply routes from their colonies, but I'll take it. If the submarines can inflict some damage there, then I'm all for it. Okay, so yeah, this might take a month or so until we've got everybody sufficiently dug in that we are actually that we're starting to recover some organization. Because if they keep attacking like this, then it's not really happening. But we may have to think about where we can start in the meantime, where we can start inflicting some damage on the French in the future. I mean, what we can do is positions like here near Hamburg. These are relatively weakly held Yugoslavian divisions here, and a bit of French infantry. But what we can do is run attacks here and get like 6 French infantry divisions encircled. Definitely a task for the first once we're done there. How are we looking on medium tanks? We've still got a good amount of reserves. Unfortunately, a lot of this isn't actually our own stuff, but other people's tanks. I did not realize that, so that means we're potentially a lot slower than we want to be. But we are starting to build up a stockpile, of modern tanks. How many do we need for a modern tank division? Modern Panzer division. We need 350 tanks, 100 self-propelled artillery, 36 AA, and 15 light tanks. So, okay. A fair amount of things there. All right, I think, yeah, we'll leave it for that for now. The rescue operation should be... Are we getting another operative? Oh, we lost... Did we lose somebody? Oh, I think one of my operatives was killed in France. Yeah, she was busy in Brest. Yes, I know it's funny. She was busy in Brest running propaganda, and she got assassinated apparently. So we're gonna get another operative relatively soon. But in 2 days, we'll have one of them back here. So I do need to get somebody up into Denmark to give me some intelligence. But as soon as we have a new operative, then she's gonna be. Even the Turkish are now in. But 8 British convoys. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Anyway, I'll be back once we're ready for another potential assault operation. So of course, Mary, just being rescued from prison, has gotten herself captured again. This is very unfortunate because I was just starting to mount another propaganda operation. Which means we are going to have to rescue her once more. So, Vladimir, if you don't mind, if Mary gets herself captured one more time, I'm going to let her die in prison, to be honest. But in 3 days, we'll have another operative. We are really struggling to build up any kind of offensive planning here, or even just to recover our organization, because these guys are absolutely relentless. They are incessantly throwing themselves across the river line here. So we'll wait a little bit. But if this isn't letting up, because there's counter-attacking across the river is going to be extremely difficult. We may actually change plans here and do what I said earlier and push back into Central Europe a bit more, expand around Berlin, trying to retake maybe Weimar, Leipzig, Dresden or similar, and inflict some more damage to the French. Because honestly, the naval invasions have somewhat relieved themselves a little bit, and I am losing, I think, too many tanks at this point. That I am. Well, we've still got a good amount, but. We'll see. The tank divisions here get pushed back from time to time, so I might just leave one here for now, and just get the tank divisions to fall back for now. We'll see if the infantry can hold that by themselves, just so they can recover some organization. The tanks here on the other side are in relatively good shape, and then once they are somewhat recovered, then we can start sending them back in again. But let's give the infantry some defending to do here, and then and we get a new operative. That's Italian Egyptian. What do we got? I could use somebody. Who's good at. I could use somebody who's good at convincing the French that they're losing. Diplomatic pressure, no. Boost ideology. That's for Spain, really. Rescue operative, capture, no. Infiltration. We'll take who else do we have? I'm kind of tempted to take the British national here, because that could come in useful later on. So yeah, let's get him going, and he can start building an intel network in Denmark, to give us a bit of a heads up of what's actually going on there. So let's do that. And yeah, I am trying to fall the tanks back for now, and just let the infantry handle the defense here. What's actually attacking us? Oh, it is tank divisions constantly attacking us across the river line. That is going to cost them. I wish I could build up some fortifications here. Unfortunately, I can't, because it's German territory and I can't build on it. It'd be really nice to build up some forts here. And we can already get that tank division back. It's fully recovered. The other 3 are still recovering, so you, if you don't mind, move back there. The other 3 are still recovering. I'm not sure if the infantry can even hold that, to be honest, because they are literally charging us constantly at this point. But we'll bring the tanks back in, and we'll cycle out the divisions. I think we may have to just defend here for now. In that case, can I... Okay, the Germans are sort of holding this. Can I get 2 more infantry divisions to help here? We'll let the tank divisions recover here for now. But the problem is nobody can entrench because of the constant attacks here. And that, I think they are starting to focus more on the Northern Territory now. So we'll see. We'll defend for now. I mean, it burns down the Americans as well. It's just that if I can't get through there, then at some point I'll probably want to move the 1st Army's assault divisions off, but then I need somebody else to hold that. And I don't really have anybody. I've got 3 mountain divisions coming up, but that's for Norway. And it is obviously also costing us eventually, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so rescue operative is in the way again. The French are rebuilding their war support because they are no longer taking that many casualties. So I think that's actually not a bad... Okay, how are we going to do this? Because this is going to be a cross-river attack, so I'm going to need some Marines. And currently I've got the Marines stationed in the north here trying to hold the line. But I also need tanks to exploit it. So if we are... I think from here we should be able to... I mean, I actually have a significant amount of divisions here. So maybe we'll... Maybe we will cycle these 3 assault divisions. I would love to get the Marines in, but I'll take the tanks as well because okay, we'll move the tanks back to the front line. Get in here, and I'll take the Marine divisions off. So Marines fall back, tanks move forward. Get into position here. These aren't actually tank divisions, these are just regular infantry assault divisions also. So we'll get these to move in, we'll get the Marines to fall back, and we'll hold the line there. They appear to be focusing on the northern position quite significantly now. Let me delete that dangling... Come on, let me delete that dangling front line there. This one. There we go. Which means I can probably spare... these 2 divisions here as well. Let's see. We'll move them over. We've got the assault divisions holding now. So we've got 4 Marine divisions falling back, which means we can use these 4, which are better suited towards that endeavor, for a pincer attack against the French positions here. And we'll get 2 each. We'll get 2 Marine divisions each. Where are they? There we are. So we get 2 Marine divisions positioned here, and your objective will be pushing over there, and we get the other 2 Marine divisions on the line. Where was the other position? Here, this one. That's going to be significantly harder, I think. So the other 2 Marines. Those 2. You will move here, and you will also try to encircle the French. And for the other divisions here, this is a 1st Army division. We've got a couple of... in fact, you can... I mean, the Germans seem to be holding here, so we can use the rest for just general assistance with the assault. Okay, so fuel refining is done. Do we have anything else? No, I think we're done in the tree here pretty much. Yeah, I don't have an awful lot to research anymore. I can research large bombers, but we are getting... Are we getting more? There should be more reinforcements still coming here. And it looks like they're focusing their attention here now, so... that means we... Oh no, they're attacking both positions. So we'll try to get the divisions dug in here eventually, and getting some entrenchment in, and holding back these American tanks is in the cross river attacks is exhausting. So I just have to be careful to make sure that that they don't get exhausted and that we get pushed back there. Okay, so Marine divisions are on the way. Please take the trains, get there speedily, and we are... Yeah, we might need to focus a bit more on France, honestly, because they are getting dangerously close again to 70%. In which case they could change their they could change down to, I think all adult surf would be the next one. Yeah, all adult surf, which would give them a significant manpower boost. So we want to ensure that the French don't get that chance. So let's see if we can make something happen here. And I'll just have to keep an eye on the positions in the north here, to make sure that they're holding, while the Americans are throwing their soldiers away like they grow on trees, really. I mean, that's not insignificant an amount of losses that they're losing there. Oh, we have a naval invasion. Oh yes, we have a naval invasion in Turku. Nice. Okay, we'll take care of that one first then. Didn't even notice. Okay, that's a fair amount of divisions. So let's begin with the... let's bring one army south. Let's begin with the larger one. And we'll get some assistance from Helsinki over as well. And they are encircled and obviously starting to run out of... Yeah, we have intentionally let them land, but I don't want to necessarily let them spread out if I can avoid it. So let's see how that ends up going. And I just need to make sure that the Denmark lines are holding here. And the Germans are trying to help as well, but it's a tricky proposition, really. We are taking losses as well. It is noticeable. Our losses are ticking up here, so can't take that completely for granted. I don't think we'll be effective in wearing these down, though. Okay, stop the assault for now, while they're just sitting there. And let's see if we can get some additional firepower moved in. Let's speed it up slightly. We'll get some additional firepower moved in and see if they want to make a move. Oh yes, please attack that position. And then we instantly start counterattacking. Okay, I do need to slow that down. We do need to hold, however, in Turku. So that can't... you Hungarians, you might help. We do need to help to hold in Turku. So as soon as these are deorged, they've lost one already. These were 8. They've lost 3 divisions, but that's a lot. That's a lot of assault here. So great. That's actually perfect if they do that sort of thing, because that means that they are they're losing their organization, and they're not going to get that back because they don't have any supply here. So. Actually, I think my counterattack has started triggering them to into thinking that they could take Turku and the port and then reinforce through that, but that's not happening. We've still had a division in reserve that was relatively well dug in, and now they are... Yeah, please keep attacking us. That is much appreciated, and we will clean that up from the north. Yeah, that's going to be another... What was that? 14 divisions. I don't think that's a sort of loss that even the Americans are going to be taking that easily. Eventually, that'll add up to 1 million here, 1 million there, and then things get nasty. Okay, we've almost got troops from the north joining in, but I do need to check on Denmark. And how our tank divisions are doing here. I think we're okay. I think we're holding. So that looks okay. Let's clean up the naval invasion, and then we are going to start assaulting the French lines to inflict some casualties on them and to prevent them from being able to change their conscription law. Okay, I think our attack here has sort of one of our generals has been wounded in battle. That is very unfortunate. But we're almost ready to assist from the north. I think Turku can hold, and I think we've got them here. I don't want to strip Helsinki of it because they can throw in some surprise invasions quite quickly. But once this division has regained some organization, then we'll help out here. So I think that's that strategy. I know that some of you have mentioned that early on. I just did not have the. You can see how much manpower this is also costing us. I mean, it's costing the Americans a lot more, but this is definitely something that is working really well. Now that we have sufficient manpower after the empire has been declared, and yeah, the Americans are falling for these. They are trying to get the beachheads, but they're just not getting there. And I think, are they stopping? No, they're not stopping. They never stop. They never stop. I'm not sure why it's the tank divisions that always get in first. Just have to make sure we're not running out of medium tanks. It's definitely hurting us. At some point I might have to pull them back a little. And we're almost done here. So once we're done there, then you can go through and open another flank, attack the Americans from the side. And we also have some divisions ready in Turku for a counterattack once the Americans here are defeated. And I think this is the time when we can actually start the counterattack. So let's get these divisions, and then we pincer them from the other side. Surprise! In the forests there are Finns. Finish him. And you can assist with the assault on these two. And that's that. That'll open up. Now they're encircled. They're pinned down, and these 14 divisions are not coming back. So additional losses for the Americans, and eventually they'll be running out. I'm nothing but patient. Here we are still trying to entrench, and I think, yeah, I think we're not getting across there anytime soon. We'll just try to entrench, try to minimize our losses here. I'd love to take the tank divisions off, but I don't have anybody else to take over for them. You can actually retake this and then return to your original position. You two, and another of our agents has been captured. The French are annoyingly effective in that rescue is already in progress. That means I am probably out of intel networks in France. That is irritating. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll move him over for now, and then we can. Okay, we've dealt with this, so you can return to Helsinki. You two can deal with that. Okay. All right. French operation. Let's start. What is the air situation over Eastern Germany? Actually, not that bad. I mean, I know that they can bring in reinforcements, and I can't rebuild my wings very quickly, but I think we will contest the air while we're doing this. So let's bring up the Air Force for air superiority, and then we'll get the Marines to lead the charge against these. What are these? Yugoslavian French positions. And we'll get the Marines to lead the charge on the other side as well. And we'll see what that looks like. We still have another division we can bring in here, and we've got 2 more divisions we can bring in here as well. That can help with the encirclement. Okay, and these 2 can assist with the push as well. So I think we have enough firepower here to get through the weaker position. If we can't break it here, is there another naval invasion? Oh no, that was just the. That's just the ongoing one. If we can't break them here, then I do have railway artillery support. If we can't break them here, what's the air situation? They have reacted, but with even numbers, I'm somewhat okay to give battle here. So let's see if we can make the push and get through. I think the eastern push isn't quite happening, but the other side might. And we will see if we can get across. Unfortunately, I don't have any divisions ready to pin anybody, because they would be running out of organization very quickly, and it would just be a massive loss in things. But yeah, we should have our planes in the air by now. And yes, we have green air over Eastern Germany so far. We don't have the greatest air detection, but our jet planes are definitely making an impact. Yeah, the eastern assault has not worked, so we'll abandon that for now. Let them recover, and we will see if we can. We'll see if we can get across the river on the other side, and then continue the attack. And we'll try another pincer from across the river plus from here, and try to encircle the French here. Small assaults. Small assaults do the trick. They are really hell-bent on taking this position here, and I think I will get that tank division out of there. Although it's just 1 tank division, so it's not too bad. I will leave it in. It gives us a bit of firepower. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. And here we are fighting under green air for the first time. Well, not for long, because they are reinforcing now. But their detection and mission efficiency isn't great. So hopefully we can shoot down a fair amount of them, and we'll see until they bring in significant aerial reinforcements. We'll keep that up and see if we can break these. Yeah, the marine divisions are quite powerful. Unfortunately, I don't have the combat width. I thought 2 marine divisions were actually on the assault here. That was at least my initial plan. Oh, we've got an ace pilot. Nice. And we're okay still on war support. I don't really need to do anything there just yet. But we'll try to inflict some casualties on the French. And I just have to keep an eye on Denmark. Make sure that we are not... have these divisions gotten any entrenchment in? Very minor. So we'll have to wait until the infantry eventually gets entrenchment, so they can hold back the counterattacks more effectively. I think these guys are should be pretty well entrenched. Yeah, they are pretty well entrenched. So these attacks run into entrenched tank positions, but hold down basically. But the other ones are more problematic. Okay, I think we will make this push. Yeah, the marine divisions are, at least this one is taking the charge here, and I think we can break them. Yeah, so that's working. And then once it's just 2, I think the French have been defeated. It's just 2 Yugoslavian divisions left. Then we'll encircle them and try to. It's 3 provinces that we'll have to control, so that'll stretch it a little bit. But we'll try to make that happen. Given that the Germans are starting to defend this more in earnest now, I am going to pull another division over and focus more on the offense on my side. So we're almost across here. And what is it now? Oh, it's this one. Okay, no, not right now. War support's still in good shape. Don't need to do it. Okay, I'll get another division over. Just keeping an eye on Denmark. That we can manage to get these eventually entrenched And then once they're sufficiently entrenched, then unfortunately the thing is oh, somebody got the, look at this, we've got the makeshift bridges. Okay, that changes the Denmark position. I'm not calling it yet, but we'll call it, I could have realized that earlier. I did not realize that Norske has the improv expert skill, so he can actually use makeshift bridges. I should have called that earlier, because that negates the combat modifier here. But we'll do it once we do. We're almost done here anyway. We'll do it once we run the second assault. In fact, just for the, I think we'll do it already. These are not under Norske, are they? Right. So that doesn't help. In that case, don't try it, because these are first army divisions. Yeah, it's fine. We'll have to leave somebody behind. So no, stay. Who's that attacking here? Oh, that's a lonely German division trying to pin them. That's very nice of them. Okay, we need to leave. We'll leave the 2 Marine division here to defend. Please dig in. The rest of them are pushing ahead. And once they are, once they're ready for the assault, then we'll start the attack from the other side again. I just want the Marines to dig in. How's the Air Force looking? Okay, we're significantly outnumbered at this point, so we'll ground you again. Otherwise, we'll be just bleeding the planes too quickly. Okay, once we have these 2 assault divisions, once we have that, then we'll start the combat from 2 sides. And I do need the Marines to lead this. So, okay, Marines attack from here. You 2, I need you to just stay here. Marines attack. Okay, Marines are attacking from the other side. Yeah, they will be called in. I just need them to reinforce before we can. Okay, before we can call the rest of them in as reinforcements. There we go, and now we can call the other 2 divisions in as well. And I think that'll be sufficient. The Germans are helping to reinforce actually, which is great, which means I can actually use my Marines more offensively at this stage and help with the attack from the other side. Nice. It's good to see the Germans helping. Just a quick look at Denmark. We're still holding. Yeah, we're still holding. No naval invasions. No naval invasions. And we are. Yeah, we're getting the Marines over. These troops can return to their. Actually, right now, I would like you to stay here. So we'll get these two to follow on with the attack. And once the Marines get involved, they should be having enough firepower to defeat these these dug-in French divisions here in the forest. There we go. Reinforcing, opening up the combat width, and more specifically, getting the divisions operating on not on a river crossing is generally beneficial. And then we'll have 6 French divisions, unless of course they can reinforce, but hopefully that little counter-attack by a Czech division is going to fail. The Germans are flowing in, and I think we've got them. So the next operation instantly is going to be to wipe out the encircled French divisions. And then we have taken again some losses from this operation, but nothing we can't handle at this stage. And then yeah, we'll see where we spot the next opportunity to destroy more French divisions. How is our supply situation in the region? Not great, but I think once we've got this wiped out, Leipzig is probably a good position next to assault from here, to be honest. Okay, they are instantly trying to break out, so no need to go around, just attack here. You need to defend here for now. And I need you all to attack the encircled Frenchmen. And we will have to try to hold back against the counterattack that is coming from both directions. Hopefully the Germans can help a little bit as well, now that we've opened up the front somewhat. And I think we have been pushed back here, so I am going to need a Marine division actually to reinforce this, which is a little unfortunate. Okay, we're going to... yeah, I think we've gotten, or maybe the Germans have gotten a division in to reinforce. Okay, we'll stop. We'll hold back for now. We'll let them wear themselves out on the counterattack. But I do need another division here to help the Germans hold that. Possibly two, actually. Because that is getting attacked by some French divisions from the south quite viciously. And they are trying to break out. So we'll just dig in our heels for now. And we'll hold that. It's not just the French, honestly. Germany, you don't want to overextend. But be my guest. I will try to hold, now that we've caused a breach in the lines, I will try to hold them. Get everybody south again, please. Across the river line. And we are helping with the defense. And we can actually, with these two divisions, I'll just wait until the defense is complete. Once we've reinforced, we should be good. We'll just have to reinforce before the Germans are losing their organization. But Germany at this point, I think, has almost 100 divisions. 98, yeah. Not too bad, actually. Just how's Denmark looking? Denmark is looking okay. Yeah, Denmark is looking okay. Okay, we need to hold here. We're sending additional divisions out. And then we'll clean up the position here. But Germany can start making something happen on their own a little bit if I'm breaking open the fronts, which is an interesting observation. The problem obviously being the air. Oh, okay. So if they're letting off, then I'm attacking again. So let's do that then, and see how that's going to start looking. Because these are odds that I think I can take. And that'll help the troops on the ground as well. So there we go. Germany's still pushing. These troops encircled, everybody else moving down. And I think I'm going to start attacking here just to relieve the pressure from the other side. And I think we've got the Marines almost over. Denmark's still okay. Denmark's still okay. These divisions are slowly starting to lose their organization, but they're also slowly starting to dig in. We'll see if they can hold that before they get pushed out. Okay, we've got two Marine divisions that can assist with the attack here, and these divisions can assist as well. And then I think we have carved out a nice little pocket here with the infantry. And we'll have defeated, unfortunately, not as many French as I wanted, but a couple of Dutch divisions as well. So we'll see what we can do next from here. I think taking Leipzig would be not a terrible move, because that gives us a supply hub in the area. So we'll see if we can push the lines a bit more. And again, this would be territory to have the tanks in. Unfortunately, the first army divisions are currently busy just trying to hold against the American onslaughts in Denmark. So we'll see how that goes. But we'll finish this off, and then I think we can finish up the episode. How's the air situation looking? Contested. How are we looking? Yeah, I think we're doing okay. It always depends who we're fighting. Don't let the visuals deceive you. These aren't biplanes we're fighting here. The enemy most likely has jet fighters in the air as well at this point, so this is a fair fight. But we'll see what we can get done, and to what degree we can inflict some casualties in the air as well. Just have to make sure that once they are bringing in enough air wings, they're very low air detection. Once they're bringing enough air wings, that's why we're shooting so many down of them. Bring enough air wings that they can counter us, then that's the point when we're no longer when we are no longer going to be going up in the air, and we'll just relieve them from their duty. But I think from here on we may have an opportunity. This is too much to... I've got a couple of assault divisions here, but that's too hard of a nut to crack, unfortunately. But taking Leipzig would definitely be a good move, I think, next, just to secure the supply hub, and then we'll see what situations we have here. Okay, we've taken the position, and that was another 80,000 Allied troops that are no longer operational. And I think that's where I'm going to end the episode for today. Let's leave everybody where they are. Let them recover a little bit, and then we can already start planning the next assault towards Leipzig. I know the Marines are not the best divisions for that sort of thing, but I'm thinking if we can take Leipzig and from there supply, we might be able to retake Dresden, and then we can we're still within range of the railway guns. Then we can see if we can cut off some more Allied divisions here, deal with them. Okay, all of these divisions have been defeated, so of course they have lost all their possible entrenchment. Oh, it looks actually like we're about to be pushed back here. So it's just 2 tank divisions. Okay, that's kind of a desperate defense at this point. Let's see if we can hold this. There's also a German division still. It does need to reinforce, however. Okay, we've got more divisions in. They do need to reinforce before the tanks are defeated. So otherwise, despite... Okay, we're starting to reinforce, and I think we'll be holding. We can still get another division in. Yes, we got another division in. And... okay, there we go. All right, everything else is slowly spreading. Leipzig is defended by 2 Yugoslavian and an American division. There are 3 American divisions here in the east, however, so I'm not sure if we have the firepower here to make an encirclement happen, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. The tanks are no good at urban assault anyway, so we'll make something happen there in the next episode. But for now, how's my air situation? Yep, it's time to ground the Air Force again. Definitely, just so I don't forget. For now, we'll again recover our strength. Every little push is costly because of the air situation, but we'll recover our strength, and then we go and take the next little step. But all in all, if I'm going to look at our casualties, we are nearing 2 million, but we have inflicted 1 million on the British, almost 4 million on the French, the 2 million on the Polish, another 1 million on the Czech, almost 2 on Yugoslavia. Where's the US? United States, 7.4 million casualties against the United States. So, oh, another naval invasion. Yeah, it's just the Turkish division. Okay, not useful. But the Soviets are still holding, despite despite the best efforts of the Allies. But with them losing troops in Europe, it's not going to be the case forever. We'll see if we can eventually manage to... What I would love to see is that infantry here digging in. Unfortunately, with the constant cycle attacks, this isn't really going to happen. So we'll see what we can do here. But these attacks also are very costly. I mean, we don't really lose anybody, and the Americans lose 1,000 troops every time they try. And if they try that 10 times a day, then that adds up pretty quickly as well. So we are back on the offensive, albeit under very, very difficult circumstances. We are reasonably low on manpower, and we've lost an ace pilot. That is unfortunate, but we got a new one, so it's all good. And yeah, I think these guys here are helping as well when it comes to losses. So that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time while the slow but steady Operation Liberate Europe is continuing.